Morning, everybody. Welcome to Webby's. Listen, we've got a young lady Heidi's pressing the buttons for us this week. This is the niece of the big man here. Before we start, last week I messed up big style. I said magic roundabout twice instead of magic. Well, instead of saying what?
Instead of Webby's
sports roundabout. But we're going to keep it on. We're going to keep it going. Afternoon, everybody, or even good morning. We're in front of Monte Cristo again in my manor in sunny Tenerife. Tuesday morning, welcome to Webby Sports Roundabout, my son. So we've got a new bottle washer, a new cameraman, a new producer, and what's the last one? I can't even forget, I can't remember.
Director.
A director, what a tell.
Director, Heidi the director.
Heidi the director, that sounds good, that does actually. What an Heidi, thank you very much. We'll get you on in a minute, love. Obviously you must know more than your uncle, that's for sure. Right, every Tuesday morning now, going to come out at 7 o'clock at night. What we're going to do, it's going to go live at 7, all about the weekend of Premiership football. Now, we've got lots and lots of things to talk about. Offside, penalties, red card, yellow card, should they have happened? We'll see. We've got the two main men. First and foremost, Terry, my number 2. Right, Tel.
Morning.
You had a good week, son?
Yeah, I like Man U. I'm wearing a decent shirt today. You know what I mean?
See what I mean? He's going to kick straight in the teeth. And my big number 2, my number 3. I said last week number 2, 3. Who gives a damn?
We're all here.
You're both
That's
my
all
number
that
2.
matters.
You're both my number 2. And good morning to Heidi, who's coming to help us out with the video and the camera. Right.
You go down the pub now, that's it.
You go down the pub and sit down.
Cool, that's it.
Right, we're going to kick off with Friday night's game live on Sky. It was Luton Town against West Ham United. Did you see the game, boys?
Yeah, I saw a bit of it. I was out at dinner because the family was here, but I saw the highlights. And Dorian Evans, yes, Luton did look better. I will give you that. But I still don't think they look like a Premier League side. And I just think West Ham are flying at the moment.
They're looking
I
good.
think West Ham are really looking good. You would have thought they would have missed Rice.
Yeah.
But it seems they're not missing him at all.
No.
And Bowen, unbelievable. Antonio running round like he's 23 instead of 33.
Like an eggless chicken, but a good chicken.
It's
yeah.
unbelievable. The way West Ham started this season,
Yeah.
I think would have shocked a lot of people, even their own fans. If I'm not being rude.
Disrespect. Yeah, no, for sure.
But I think they're looking all right.
Yeah.
All right. And they went top of the league.
And I think,
albeit for only a few hours, but it's something.
But I did remember Terry's comment of last week. And what did you say about Luton Town last week? How many points they're going to get, Tel?
I think they're going to go down with the lowest amount of points
Ever.
in Premier League history, personally.
Yeah.
I just can't see them, unless they go like play Sheffield United on a Monday night or something. And
Yeah.
I can't see them.
Where they're going to get points
Going to
from.
get points
Can't
from.
see it.
Not going to be easy.
I mean, in fairness, last week, and I mentioned this in the pub the other day, they were lucky not to get a penalty in the last minute when it come off Ward-Prowse's arm. Right at the end when it went 2-1.
You've seen them given.
Could have been 2-2.
Seen them given.
They've definitely been given, and a lot of the pundits, not only us because we are the best pundits, but the other pundits even said it should have been given.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be given. The ball went down the corner, and I thought it was going to be pulled back there.
If it led to a goal, it would have been disallowed.
Yeah.
If Luton had scored,
Yeah.
if he nudged it on and someone scored, it would have been disallowed.
Was that
wouldn't it?
before they got their consolation goal?
It went
No.
2-1.
Oh, it gave 2-1.
Yeah.
And then they got the penalty.
yeah.
It would have been harsh if it was given,
Yeah.
but I've seen them given.
But did VAR even look at it? They quick check. What is it? Very quick
Yeah,
check.
they were
wasn't it?
listening to. If the ball went down the other end, it was in the corner, and then all of a sudden they said VAR checking this.
it.
I thought, here we go, but you know, listen, he weren't given.
Yeah.
VAR, is it right, is it wrong? Well, the thing is, Hammer's 62% possession. That doesn't happen very often, does it? With Hammer's getting 62%.
No.
But again, you said you are playing Luton Town. 16 shots, 1 on target, and you're at home. You're at home.
Good enough.
No, you've got to hit the target.
You've
haven't you?
got to get 2/3 of them on target.
You've got to hit the barn door.
If you're hitting 16 shots on target, you want at least 10.
West Ham 9-3. Again, scored 2 goals, 3 shots on target. There you go. That's what happened, isn't it?
Jared Bowen on fire.
Absolutely superb.
Fire.
So well done to the Hammers. Second game, Sheffield United, Everton on a Saturday morning. I did watch most of that. I thought it was a cracking game. Absolute cracking game. One thing that I saw, this will give Everton a little bit of a chance of staying up this year. This new guy, they got Beto from Udinese.
And he can play either flank, but he wants to play centre forward.
He wants to play number 9.
But the speed,
that
he knocks the ball past the player.
And he was gone, wasn't
he? He was off, mate.
And is he 6'2" or 6'4"?
He's tall.
Yeah, he's tall.
Lad.
He's a big lad.
Tall
He's
lad.
a big lad.
Is he Brazilian or Portuguese? Because Beto, that
Portuguese,
name,
I think.
is he?
I think, yeah, I think he's
Come
got,
from Italy,
he's got
he come
Brazilian.
from Italy.
Just hope
Yeah.
he's got a relegation clause in his contract
Yeah,
because
he
he'll
can leave.
be using that May next year. They're going down Everton this year.
Well, that game,
Yeah.
they said, right, before it even kicked off,
Yeah.
it's a relegation 6-point
Yeah,
battle.
for sure.
That's what the commentators were
Yeah,
saying.
they're already talking about 6 pointers, aren't they, at the start of the season?
The pace the game was played
Yeah,
at,
yeah.
it was like an FA Cup game.
It was great.
The pace was phenomenal. It was non-stop, end to end, end to end. But, like Terry says, Everton are going to be
Dodging
in
bullets.
trouble.
Can't dodge them.
Dodging
Chelsea
bullets,
United are
no,
gonna
yeah.
be in trouble.
Don't tell Fran, sort him out, will you? Dodging bullets, Everton.
Fran knows, I tell you.
The only thing that worries me is we got Everton next.
Okay, well, they bought two big players. They got Archer, who was at Middlesbrough last year,
Good footballer.
second highest goal
footballer.
scorer at the Borough. Aston Villa, they bought him for 18 million, and they've got
money.
Mr. Gustavo Hammer from Coventry for 15.
Well, we just said, I think he had a great game.
Has he been on the
Saturday
steroids,
morning.
that Ammo? He looked like he's beefed up a bit,
He had a
didn't he?
really good
He's
game.
good.
He really did have a good game.
I told you, he was again, Jokeres at Coventry went, Hammer at Coventry, top two goal scorers, same as Borough, top good, and they're having a bad start, isn't
season.
it? Carrick, he's under pressure, isn't he?
Listen, I watched some of their highlights the other day because you know me mate Kev.
Yeah,
Kevin Sloan,
odd mate
right,
Kevin.
right? So, and me and him spoke about it the other day, and he's not happy.
No, he's not. He
He's
messaged
not
me.
happy.
No, he said they're poor. They really,
Very
really are
poor.
poor. What else we got? 16 shots, 6 on target. Everton, so that was a decent ratio. And Sheffield United, 13 shots, 8 on target.
Yeah.
Again, that's why there was 4
But
goals.
if you get 8 on target,
Yeah.
you want more goals than 2.
Yeah, you got
For me.
Well, Pickford got lucky in a few of them. He dives the other
What
way,
about,
didn't
what
he?
about the one that come up the back of his Swede and went in?
Yeah,
Oh, Pickford.
right.
He never. I
How
don't,
unlucky
did he?
was
Did he
he,
touch
though?
it? I don't know if did
Like, he touched it onto the
He
post.
touched on the post.
and
Then it came back onto his head and went.
His
Yeah.
head and went in.
If
And
he
there
had
was
pro-
another one. There was another one at the
If he had
weekend.
long
so-
arms, he would have caught the ball. Because he's got arms like a Tyrannosaurus Rex. Unfortunately, this is the problem with him.
Can I just say before we go, viewers? You picked on Newcastle last week.
Not
You-
picking on
No,
anyone.
Everton.
Right, he's picking on Everton this week. Is there any more? I know who else you're going to pick on in a bit later on, I'll tell you.
Oh, Harry's on the list.
Harry Maguire's on the list. You have no idea what's going to happen. I'll tell you, I'm going to give him a good smack
So
in
last
the
week,
Play the Benny
Andy
Hill
Gordon,
music.
Andy Gordon
Oh,
was Claire
no,
Balding,
Anthony, oh,
and
Claire.
this week Jordan Pickford's a Tyrannosaurus Rex.
I said that to my missus. Claire Balding, Anthony.
Wow.
Oh, Gordon. Dear
Bet you
me.
noticed a comparison.
Yeah, she did actually.
Hope you don't get no complaints.
And our mate Darren Farley on YouTube. What did he say the other day?
Who? Darren who?
Darren Farley.
Who's he?
What do you mean who's
He's a
he?
comedian. He does all them mock Harry Kane things and all
Oh,
that.
don't like.
Oh,
Is
he's
that the
great.
Scouser?
Yeah.
Don't like him. No, I'm not.
Oh,
no,
here we
sorry.
go.
I'm sorry.
He's being Scouserist.
Yeah, no, busy. No, I'm not into him. I'll turn it off. No. No.
Well, he
He's not
does
my
good
cup of
He
tea.
used, he used your lines and his lines.
He uses, does he?
Last week he did.
We'll get him on the show then.
Yeah, we get
Then
him
we'll
on the
we'll
show,
sort
yeah.
him out.
Sort him out.
Can
Sue
you
him.
can you get Heidi onto Instagram and
Yeah.
Facebook and all that?
We'll
Heidi
be
sorted
fine.
it, please,
Paul
darling.
Gordon, didn't he?
Right, let's
Claire Balding.
Yeah, he did, yeah.
right, listen, let's get to the third game. This is one of your games last week that you did say was a bit boring. Brentford at home again to Bournemouth. Another
Yeah.
2-2 score, 4 goals.
Yeah.
Brentford, 21 shots, 7 on target. So,
I watched it, right? That was my 3 o'clock pick to watch.
Brentford, Bournemouth.
Yeah, I picked that 3
Did you
o'clock
fancy
to
the
watch.
Chelsea, no?
No way.
Chelsea, yeah, we'll come to that in a minute.
But I thought the game was, for two teams,
Yeah.
for Bournemouth, who really, really need points to stay up.
Yeah, of course.
They do, because I think they'll be in trouble coming the end of the season. But
Bournemouth.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
probably.
I think the game opened up, right, at half time.
Yeah.
After the second half, it opened up a lot more, right? But for the first half, for me, the best thing was the free kick, where the keeper
Yeah.
has lined up
Okay.
to save the free kick.
Yeah. And it's gone the other side.
He's just hit it in the mid post, right?
So you felt a bit of a muppet,
I
didn't he?
thought the keeper's going to be in trouble here.
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
Because it was great intuition. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Instinctive, the way he thought, yeah.
The way he just did it, and it was good. It
Well,
was
next
good.
week you better check next Saturday who the Bournemouth keeper is.
He's gotta be, yeah.
See if you get right. Well, even Bournemouth had 12 shots, 5 on target, so to score 2 out of that, that's 40% ratio. And Brentford 21-7, and they had 62%. But they got equaliser in injury time again. You're going to get a lot of goals in injury time because you're getting 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9,
11.
10. Is
Up
it
to 11.
Up to 11. So you're going to get a few goals, aren't you, Tal?
So many.
Can you believe it? All these
I feel
injuries.
sorry for these professional players on 300 grand a week playing 60 minutes of football now instead of 52.
Yeah.
It's hard life, isn't it, mate? It's going to kill them, isn't it?
I tell you, I'd like to be a pound behind them.
Right,
Still
listen.
got half hour when the ball's not in play, though.
Listen. Let's go to the northwest. Let's go to the.
No, wait.
Go on, sorry,
What?
sorry. Go on.
I still think these new rules,
Yeah.
the players can't get up with the pace of it yet, which
Yeah.
is not good because the refs have been to each club and told them what's going to happen.
Yeah.
And in the Brentford-Bournemouth game, a couple of them, one got it for petulance,
Yeah.
one got it for kicking the ball away, albeit only 3 or 4 yards.
Can you say that word again?
Petulance.
Unbelievable. For Tuesday morning, bit of petulance from you.
And
Can I just, Heidi, do me a favour, just check, make sure we're still running.
Still running.
We're still running, thank you, darling.
And
just got to get my gun in.
I just don't know how these players are going to get to grips with it without kicking the ball away, taking too long for a throw in. Goalie's taking too long with a goal
Yeah, I
kick.
know.
They've got to catch up.
Even-
If not, someone's going to get a red card.
Goalkeeper on Sunday
Like Tommy did.
had a yellow card.
Yeah, goalkeeper
Oh,
Sunday.
no.
Yeah. And they're saying it was 36 seconds.
Was that- yeah.
I don't think it was that long.
No.
I don't think. If you're a professional footballer and you know the rules have changed,
Yeah.
I don't think for 1 minute you're going to hold
No.
the ball for 36 seconds.
No, for sure. But I always remember, I don't know if whether the rule still stands, that if a goalie picks the ball up,
6 seconds.
yes,
isn't it? 6
6 seconds,
6 seconds.
then you've got to let it go. No, do you know something? Since I remember that, I've watched every time a goalkeeper picks
you
it up,
count it in your head.
and you're going,
And you count it in your head.
and you're going, hang on, he's just had it for 10 seconds, ref, come on.
Yeah,
Sort it out.
Pope's the worst
Yeah,
for
Pope.
that.
He keeps all of it.
the worst.
It's worse for kicking.
Yeah,
That's why
right.
he's not in the England squad.
Right, listen,
Useless
right.
with his
Out.
feet.
Let's get up to the northwest. Let's get up to Burnley against Tottenham Hotspur, your big local
No,
rival.
Terry can talk about
Terry,
it.
they're flying Tottenham, aren't they? Burnley 2, Tottenham 5. Hat trick for Mr. Son. Since Harry Kane's gone, he's been banging them in. 3 goals. And I'll tell you what, Madison.
I'm
I
surprised
always.
about him. I really am.
What, Madison?
Do you know what? Everyone was raving about Madison. You've got to buy him Newcastle to get him and all this.
Yeah.
And I thought it was bang average. Maybe one good game in about 6 or 7.
Yeah.
But fair play to him. Since he's gone to Tottenham,
He's top rated. He gets 8 points every week.
Unbelievable.
I think he's fantastic in the moment.
Unbelievable transition. But what you said there, he had a bad season last season.
Yeah. Leicester
with
City.
Leicester, they got relegated.
Yeah.
And I think he wanted to leave
Yes, he did.
that season.
Yeah.
Before the relegation, I think him and Tielemans both wanted to leave, and they agreed to sell one,
Yeah.
but they didn't sell either of them.
No,
and
no,
they
no.
kept them open. They were both unhappy there.
Yeah, for sure.
Tielemans had a bad season.
Yeah.
Madison had a bad
They
season.
didn't want to get injured.
as you know, and they all got and they got relegated.
Yeah.
But I've said it. The first week we done this, and the second
Yeah.
week we done
Yeah.
this for this season.
Yeah.
That midfield
Yeah.
that the Spuds have got
Yeah.
is unbelievable.
They're
That
quality.
Papa Sarr,
Yeah.
Madison,
Yeah.
and
not Papa John's, Papa Sarr.
yeah.
Heidi, you have no idea, darling. You better get.
Zuma.
Hey, start the car.
Their midfield
They're phenomenal.
is cooking, mate.
But
There's
at the end
no
of
two
the day,
ways about it.
if they don't get injury, they're going to be thereabouts, aren't they? Now Tottenham had 21 shots, 11 on target, and scored 5. That is a great
Yeah,
ratio
50%.
of goals. 50,
That's
you know
what
what
you
I
want,
mean.
50%.
But Burnley again, they're going to be down the bottom. There's no doubt about that whatsoever. But they might be one of the best of the bunch of the bottom 4 or 5, if you know what I mean.
I thought Burnley would have hit the ground running when
Yeah.
they got there because they're champions.
Yeah,
they
I
won
thought
their
well, yeah.
division. They've
Yeah.
got a good coach,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
he's bought a lot of players again.
Yeah.
in.
Yes, he has.
youngsters, a lot of youngsters
Yeah.
that ain't going to be used to the pace of the Premiership.
No.
And he's let people like Barnes go.
Yeah.
Why would you let him go? He's a stalwart of the club.
Yeah, he was.
He's got you where you are.
Oh, yeah.
He don't score hundreds of goals, but he scores important goals.
Yeah.
And he's got the experience.
Who was the other guy? Teller. He was on the wing as well.
He was on loan.
Yeah, that's
He was
I
on
know
loan.
he was. But
Yeah.
what
What a great
he got
player.
them there.
They just sold
But
him
he's-
in
yeah,
Southampton.
Yeah.
18 million. No, for
Where's
Teller.
he gone to?
He's gone to Germany, hasn't he?
Is it Germany?
Germany, yeah.
No,
18
was it
million.
Wolfsburg? Yeah, no,
18 million.
Yeah, that's right. But he was a cracking player.
I
wasn't he?
think they've bought him. Has he not gone Leverkusen to take over Diaby?
Bayer Leverkusen?
You know,
Yeah,
Diaby
'cause-
went to Villa.
It's a last minute job, wasn't
Yeah,
it? I think?
Diaby went to Villa,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
he's the sort of same type
Yeah,
of player.
so turnover. So, but again, they're going to be. They could be top 4 Tottenham. They, you know, Wolves, everyone, they could be. They all said that.
Who
if
could?
Tottenham.
Webby, listen to me. Wait a minute. Wait.
Yeah, go on.
He's 3 games in.
Okay.
They always get Spursy.
You just said to me they got a fantastic midfield. So what are you changing your mind for?
No, I'm changing my mind.
No, you
I'm saying
changing
you
your
said they're
mind.
going to get top 4.
I said they could get top 4 the way they're playing at the
They
moment.
always get Spursy. You know this. It's a word in the dictionary now.
Who have they played Spurs so far? Burnley.
United and Liverpool, innit? No, you didn't play them.
They
They played Burnley. They played.
They played Man U.
They played Man
So that's
U.
2 teams.
Beat them 3-0.
Yeah.
Anyway, come on, let's move
2-0,
on.
wasn't it?
Was it 2-0?
Yeah. To beat Man U 2-0.
Was it 2-0? I can't remember.
Yeah, 2-0. So they've not played a decent team yet, have they? There you go.
Okay, right. Let's move on to Stamford Bridge, the game that you didn't want to watch 3 o'clock on Saturday afternoon.
No.
I
Can
watched
you?
that.
Can you? But do you? Why you watch the
You
other
tell
match?
us, tell
So
us,
we're
mate.
talking
Give
about
us some
how much
laugh.
have they spent?
£1 billion.
£1 billion.
Billion plus.
Forest last year they brought in. What was it year before? 22, and they're doing it again.
They've done 7 on deadline
Yeah,
day.
that's right. Yes,
7 on deadline day.
deadline day. Oh yeah, and it ended up Chelsea 0, Nottingham Forest 1. Well, and who scored the goal? Ilanga from Man United.
But in fairness,
Another player.
with Chelsea, that Caicedo, he's been brought in to, be the defensive player
Protect.
and set up goals.
Yeah.
Well, he done that against West Ham, didn't he?
Yeah,
Set
yeah.
up one there by giving a penalty away.
Yeah.
Lost the ball there for Ilanga to score.
Oh, did he?
in
I didn't see
midfield.
the game.
Yeah, he lost it in midfield. So
And he was bought for 115 million.
pounds.
I think Liverpool dodged the bullet there.
And us.
Oh, unbelievable.
Imagine if we bought him last summer, 90 million.
70% possession.
But they still haven't signed a
Chelsea?
decent centre
Yes,
forward,
yeah,
have they?
but they only had 2 shots on target. 2 shots on target at home, Stamford Bridge against Forest. They're Forest 7-3, 7 shots, 3 on target. Unbelievable.
50% again.
But they scored in the 48th minute, so they had another 40 odd minutes to equalise.
I think they signed the wrong Jackson, mate. I mean, there's another 4, and they can actually sing as well, can't they?
And
Obviously,
most of
they couldn't have got Michael, but they
They got Nico instead.
So he's picking on Chelsea. Oh my
talking
God!
about
dear.
Jackson.
Oh dear.
But I listened to a guy
Yeah,
talk about the game on TalkSport,
yeah.
and the Chelsea fan, and he said Nicholas Jackson won't score 15 goals this season.
Gotcha.
He said he will not score 15 goals in the Premier League. He said he doesn't see him as a Premier League striker. He said, and if he had his way right now,
Yeah.
he said for a club to spend £1 billion, and after 3 games in, I'd have Pop out. That's what he said on TalkSport.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
But
he needs more money, doesn't he? You've seen the thing going around.
the thing
Mr.
going
Bowley, I
round,
need
he
another
needs more
400
money.
million.
Did he come from Villarreal? Was it Villarreal?
Yeah.
Villarreal he came from, wasn't it? So listen. So
But going back to Forest, I mean, one thing they did do on deadline day was, and I'll tell you what, he's not a player who play 90 minutes week in, week out.
No.
Divock Origi. To get him now,
where was he from, Tom? Huh?
Milan, AC Milan.
Was AC Milan?
going from
yeah.
Milan,
From
obviously
Liverpool.
won the
Okay,
Champions League,
okay.
won the league.
Belgian international.
Oh, Origi. Sorry.
Belgian
Gotcha.
international.
Gotcha.
I
Okay,
won't tell you his nickname, but
Yeah.
put it this way. That fella there has won the Champions League. He scored in the European Cup final.
Gotcha.
He scored 2 against Barcelona. He
Yeah,
does it
Origi,
against big teams in big games.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
to have him as an option
Yeah.
to come on,
Yeah.
I'll tell you what,
Yeah.
that was a great signing.
Super.
But that's two of your ex-strikers they got now. Because one
Yeah,
was at
that's
Liverpool,
it.
wasn't
Yeah,
One
he
was at
never
Liverpool.
made a first team appearance, and
What
obviously
a
went off
strong
to,
lad that is, though.
Right.
but it's his finishing, isn't it? I mean, if he
He's
gets
doing all right this season
yeah, but
because they're in
I
the
think
box.
there's another level to it. I think he can go up another gear.
Yeah, but he likes it in the box, and he likes to
Yeah.
be in the box. They're not no outside.
He's in there, isn't he? He's in there. That's a
Always
good thing.
right.
Let's
time,
go
right
to the
place.
second hat-trick of the day. Man City 5, Fulham 1, Mr. Haaland. Now, you wouldn't believe how many shots... I'm going to ask you a question now. Right, Man City, Fulham, before we get to the goal that should not have,
Yeah.
how many shots do they have and how many shots was on target? What do you reckon, Tel? How many shots did Man City have against Fulham at the Etihad?
Didn't see the game.
No,
so
no.
18.
Well, I'm just guessing. You reckon 18?
mate,
What do you
yeah.
reckon?
Shots on target or
No, well, either. How many shots did they have against Fulham?
10.
7.
There you go.
Unbelievable. 7, 5 on target. Haaland got a hat trick, but they scored 5. They scored 5 goals. Only 5 on target. 1 was a penalty. 68% possession, which they always have. Now, let's get to the VAR situation, because 1,000%, even after Mike Dean on Sky Sports Torreni says shouldn't be a goal and what have you.
Don't listen to him.
Was it offside? Was it not? Everybody says yes.
Well, he's got to move his foot out of the way. So it's offside because
It's offside.
it goes like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
Didn't Haaland come out and say the decision was wrong?
Even
Yeah,
Haaland
really.
said-
He actually
even
said it on the
Haaland said,
post-match
I know,
conference.
I don't know how Fulham are feeling, but I feel for them. Guys.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
He said, he said the goal was definitely
But what are these
offside.
jokers
But
doing?
it was 1-1 then, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was
it 1-1?
2-1 bang on half time.
Yeah.
It
What
was
are
a
these-
second
what
goal.
are these
Horrible time to
jokers
score.
doing?
Right on half time. And you know, you still play football now. You get a goal given against you like that.
Yeah.
Your red drops.
Yeah, he crushed us.
Your red drops. You're broken. You're broken. And they've come in the second half City and just gone up another
listen,
gear, ain't they?
The last
You
thing
know?
you want to do, the last couple of minutes before half time, do not let a goal in.
Well,
Go in, feel
right.
comfortable, regroup.
Exactly. Well, in my notes, I've put, look, we all know how good City are, right?
Of course.
They're the best team in Europe, or maybe
course.
the best team in the world, club team in the world,
Yeah,
right?
they are, yeah.
But you can't beat them when the officials are getting it so wrong.
No, of course.
I'm
You've
not,
got to have
blaming,
every-
I'm not blaming the officials, but you can't get that
You're
wrong.
only going to beat them if you've got everything going for you. Everything.
They've got to have an
VAR,
off day.
referee,
Like West
linesman.
Ham beat them last year, and you know they had an off day, and they're only human. Everyone's allowed an off day. But when they are having an off day, and the officials go and help them again,
Yeah, of
what
course.
chance have you
Difficult.
got?
Right, we've got 4 games to go. I come down to 3 Horseshoes to watch the 5:30 game, which I'm glad I did. Brighton, Newcastle. I thought it was a cracking game.
Yeah, I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I did. This lad, Ferguson, got 18 years of age, gone in for Bohemians. He looks big, strong. He's 18 years of age.
He can do anything.
He's 18 years
He can
of
do
age.
anything, the kid.
Now, I've got it on good authority, whether it's good or not,
Yeah.
that a football club in England have the opportunity of buying him next season,
Yeah, 150 million.
right? Manchester United.
Oh, ruined.
Right, listen, I've got it on my phone. I can't check it off. That's what I've been told, that they've got the refusal to purchase that lad next season. Whether it's right or wrong, I don't know. But that's what it is. I thought he was sued. I didn't know much about him until the game started, to tell you the truth. From Bohemians to go from RN to go to
14
Brighton.
he was.
Yeah,
14.
to go to
And when he was 15,
yeah.
the English FA
Yeah.
had to go to the Irish FA
Yeah.
and ask if he can be taken out of school
Yeah.
and study in England.
In England.
That's how much Brighton wanted him.
Yeah, they're good.
But he will be
Yeah.
the 150 million footballer.
No doubt about it. He's still young, so you know
doesn't-
he's got a lot to
If
learn.
he trains on,
Yeah.
if he stays at Brighton for maybe another year or two,
Yeah.
right, and he trains on, he will be so. If he stays for 2 years, he'll be 200 million.
But Newcastle, the thing is, Brighton had 15 shots, 6 on target, scored 3, 50% again. Newcastle 9-2. Again, they were 50. But
Newcastle poor.
do you know something? Since that 5-1 defeat of Aston Villa on the first game
When
of the
they done
season,
Villa, yeah.
I don't think they've done.
And they look good.
I was
That
talking-
day.
look really,
I was
really
talking
good.
to
They look good. Villa look poor
Villa
and they
fan
look
yesterday,
good.
right? And
Yeah.
I said to him about, obviously we come on to our game in a minute, but when they lost 5-1.
Yeah.
And I said, it must be a freak result. I know Newcastle have had a tough start to the season.
Yeah.
Like City away,
Yeah.
obviously, you know, they home to Liverpool, and obviously they've gone to Brighton. And Villa as well was a tough game on paper.
4 big games.
But to lose 3 games
Yeah.
after, you know, already been 9 points
And they're
behind City.
expected, aren't they? They're expecting
Well,
now.
that's the thing, because they've got Champions League this season, and they're in a tough group there as well.
Yeah.
Which I actually think, not being funny, I think they'll do all right in that Champions League,
Okay.
looking at it, because we'll come up again
We're going
a bit
to
later, but
we're doing another vlog straight after this. We're going to
The
talk
thing
about
is-
the transfers and everything
the
else.
thing is with Newcastle, I mean, obviously I got a bit of grief last week about the fire alarm and all that,
Yeah.
but I'm just saying how it is, right?
Of course.
Fair play to their fans this week, because they were singing their heads off, even after they lost.
Singing.
They
Are you going to apologise about it as well or
not
not?
apologising at all, but I'm praising their fans this week, because this week
Are you turning it around, Si?
they were losing 3-1.
Yeah.
If you watch it,
Yeah.
at the end they were singing "Free from Desire," that song,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And they were giving it large this
Yeah,
week.
they sung the whole.
If,
They
if
sung the
that,
whole
if
time.
that Newcastle
Even
team
the commentator
performed
said
as
it.
good as Newcastle fans were
Yeah,
singing,
yeah.
Listen,
it
I've
would have been
always,
a closer game.
even when I was living in England many moons ago, the 2 games I always wanted to go up to Highfield Road was obviously Man United, because they would just take over Highfield Road, and Newcastle. You know what I mean?
The noise, yeah,
the
the
noise,
fans
the fans.
singing, yeah.
Listen,
You just like seeing them big lads take their shirts off, them filthy lads, that's what it was.
as long as they're not women playing darts, tell, that's for sure. You know what I mean?
Oh, there is, there is.
So there was 8 yellow cards as well in that game.
But Newcastle, right? weren't at the races.
No.
I'm sorry for that.
No, they weren't. No, I agree.
I've got it right up to 60 odd minutes where
Yeah.
they're just, even 70 minutes, they're just not even at the races.
Is Eddie Howe,
It took
does he do the right thing with the substitutes on off?
I don't think he does.
I think that you know, I like as an English manager, and I think he will be probably
The next England
yes,
manager.
I think he will be.
International manager.
I think he will be.
But I think if he doesn't watch out, him or Deitch will be the first to go,
Yeah,
to get sacked.
yeah. You're probably right. Actually,
Because the money they've given him,
Yeah.
although a lot of Newcastle fans say we haven't spent a lot of money, you've spent enough.
yeah,
What they bought the club for was enough.
yeah, for sure.
So they're gonna. You're in the Champions League, like they
I
said,
think they overachieved last season, personally. That's what it is.
finishing fourth. So now
Yeah.
they expect.
It is, yeah.
It depends how they start in that Champions League.
But it
If they
won't
get
be
tonked
easy. I
in
don't
that-
think it'd be easy for them at all.
No,
I think
no.
he
At
could-
all,
he could
especially
go.
after the start.
Yeah.
It's the start they've had that could get them.
But the thing is, it's international duty now, so they've all got a
They've
couple of
got
weeks
2
off.
weeks break, but they've
So,
got a few
yeah.
players going away.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's right. So we're going to talk about
Yeah.
in the second vlog. Let's go to Sellers Park. Palace Wolves.
I didn't see none of it.
No, I didn't. Another cracking game. 3-2 the Palace
Yeah,
one.
I only
At
saw
home, Si. They're a good side at home, aren't they?
Palace. Palace are difficult, right? Because Sellers Park is like this.
Yeah.
Proper old stadium, innit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the fans are right on the pitch,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
Highbury used to be.
Yeah.
The fans are right there. So it's difficult for anyone to go there and put on a performance because their fans just sing and bang that drum, bang them drums. And
Behind
sing.
the goal, they're all.
Yeah, the
I mean, good-
Homesdale.
Yeah, be good parallel,
They
yeah.
go crazy
Yeah,
there,
yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And I think Roy Hodgson knows his way round a sort of top 9, top 14
He
side.
knows his level.
He knows where he wants
he's gonna
to be.
finish.
But I see a stat the other day which shocked me. Palace Wolves. Palace have beaten Wolves 7 times.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Since they've been back in the Premier
Prem.
League, right?
Yeah, gotcha.
And only, I think it's they've beaten sometimes same time as United.
Yeah.
And I think only City have beaten more
times
than Crystal Palace.
Gotcha, yeah,
So that game, every season that comes out, on his he says, right.
Can I
that's
just
one
say
win.
again? Think about it. Right. Tottenham. Harry Kane goes.
Yeah,
Tottenham doing
Improved.
superb. Crystal Palace. The Sahar
goes.
to Turkey.
Improved.
They improve.
They're seventh
And they're
now.
scoring goals. 16 shots, 11 on target. You cannot rely on one player at one particular club.
because-
Sometimes you have to go and improve,
Yeah.
spend.
I think certain young players,
Yeah.
right.
I know what you're going to say.
The word bullying is too
Yeah,
strong.
no, I know.
The word bullying is too strong.
Yeah.
But Henri did it at
Yeah,
Arsenal.
I know
a
it,
lot
yeah.
of people don't
Thierry
know.
Henry.
Henri did it at Arsenal.
Yeah.
Done it to Fabregas. Done it to Wilshere. Give me the ball. Give me the ball.
Yeah. And they felt guilty
And
not
if
to
they
give it
don't
him.
give it to him, change the room at half time.
Yeah, he gives them
He gives them some.
better verbal.
So I believe once you've got that halo player
Yeah.
out of the door,
Agreed.
and the youngsters can express themselves.
Yeah, I agree.
They can express themselves.
Alan Shearer is
That
another one.
That Eze,
Yeah, I love him.
and wait for Michael Elise to come back.
Like, yeah.
Ooh, ooh.
He's injured at the moment,
I'm
isn't he?
telling you.
But Eze, I think,
Do you know they
both.
turned down?
Yeah.
They turned down 65 million.
Yeah.
From City on
Man City
deadline
did.
day.
On dead, yeah, 65.
65 million Palace turned down for Eze.
Brilliant.
Only paid 10
Two
million
cracking
for him
players.
from QPR.
Two cracking players.
Two cracking players that was on Arsenal's books and we let them go.
Were they on the?
Both
Yeah.
of them. Both of them in the youth project at Arsenal.
Right, so that ended up Crystal Palace 3, Wolves 2. Let's go to one of the big games on, obviously, my two boys here. Liverpool 3, Aston Villa 0. I didn't see any of it, but obviously you did, so give me a bit of your assumption.
I thought the weekend with no Canate, he's injured again.
Yeah.
Made it glass he is.
Yeah,
And obviously Van Dijk being suspended.
yeah,
With Watkins, what's his name? Diaby up
Yeah,
front.
yeah.
The pace they've got going forward.
begin.
I thought it'd be a close game. But to go 2-0 up so soon, and they just crumbled.
Yeah, they did.
And
Yeah,
well, I was talking to Andy from the Islands yesterday, who's a Villa fan.
big Villa fan.
And I was surprised, even when it was sort of 3-0, they weren't even attempting to go past the halfway line to
No.
just close the ball down.
No.
It was like, we'd rather lose 3-0
Yeah,
than try and attack you and maybe lose 4-0.
Yeah, gotcha.
And again, going forward, Liverpool look great. Szoboszlai looks still at 60 million. I mean, he's like a Rolls Royce. He glides around that pitch.
And covers every blade and all.
Exceptional
Every
player.
blade of grass. It's like he's got an extra lung.
Exactly.
You know, the guy's got a really good engine.
Curtis Jones back in the squad as
Did
well.
Nunes play, who scored 2 goals for you last week? Did he play? Was he on the bench? I did
Nunes started. It would work twice.
Oh, he started. Okay.
Twice.
So
if he started, was Diaz on the bench?
Diaz on the left,
Oh, he's on the left.
Salah on the right.
Okay.
And we had
Who was on the
Johnson and
bench?
Gakpo on the bench.
I got you. Okay.
So when you got
and Nunes was interchanging with Salah.
Yeah.
Even Salah was interchanging.
Again, they still only had 4 on target. 17 shots, 4 on target. Villa had 9 in 3.
But if you watch the last 20 minutes,
Yeah.
it was like a training game
Ah,
because
gotcha.
Liverpool just had
That's
the
all it
ball.
was.
Yeah. But
I'm
when
sure
I,
I've
as I
admit
said,
that.
I was more
The game's gone a
concerned
bit stale, yeah.
about Gomez and Matip.
Yeah.
Them two at centre
Yeah,
back.
you did say, didn't
Together,
Yeah.
they're not the best.
No,
Joe
no.
Gomez with Van Dijk is doable. Matip
Yeah.
with Van Dijk is doable, but on their own. But Alexander-Arnold, if you watch him, he weren't drifting into midfield this weekend. He
Yeah.
was playing like a quarterback.
Yeah,
he was
gotcha.
getting the ball, and he was pretty much playing centre back. And he's spraying the balls all around the pitch.
So do you think Klopp should have got a centre half in by deadline day, or did he try and it never achieved, or what?
Start the transfer window. I said we need minimum at least 3 decent midfielders. We've got 4, and obviously we've got a few lads come back from injury now.
There's a lot of changes in midfield,
And a
wasn't
centre back. We do need one world class centre back to play along Van Dijk because
Yeah.
Van Dijk's 32.
Yeah.
We've still got another 2. And then again,
Yeah, 2 or 3 years.
Silver at Chelsea's 38, and he's still
38.
playing well, isn't he? So
Hey, Coventry City, fancy. Again, I know it's only Championship, but we're going for Burton Albion. He's 36, 37 now. He's captain. He's playing out of his skin.
Yeah.
So they can do, can't they?
They can go longer now.
They dictate. They play
go longer
sweeper.
now,
They
you know?
dictate, and they follow the game, don't they? And they see what's going on. So you're happy with that? Good 3 points, Liverpool.
But Nunes, I
Yeah.
think
Yeah.
if you start him, I think he's a confidence player. Nunes.
Yeah.
I don't think him being on the bench. I don't think the price tag's a problem. I don't.
No.
I think he's a confidence player. He wants to be starting, and if I don't score in 70 minutes, then
Yeah.
take me off. Don't bring me on with 20 minutes to go when the game's gone.
Yeah, for sure.
I don't get why managers want to do that.
the thing is, you've got 5 decent forwards,
Yeah.
and there's only 3 spots.
Yeah.
Unless we play.
But the big
4
games,
forwards.
the big games, Premier League games, start him.
Yeah, I mean.
Have the 2 wingers, you know, your Salah, your Diaz, or your Jota and your Diaz.
Diaz
And
is looking great,
and
isn't he?
let him get up the top.
Diaz over his injury now. He's getting back to what he was
Let him
before
get
he
up
got
the
injured.
top for me.
Right.
Nunes. He's a big number 9. He's fast, but he might miss a few before he scores a few. But listen, if you
I
score,
mean, obviously the first one went hit the woodwork, rebounding off Cash.
yeah,
Polish lad, Matty Cash.
yeah, the Polish brother.
Yeah, I
I mean-
did. Yeah, that was an own goal. I didn't see
That was unfortunate, weren't it?
Was
It
it?
didn't go over the keeper, hit the bar, but
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
he's there and thereabouts. Eventually, they're going to start going in for him.
Right, let's go to the last game of the weekend. This is where Big Simon comes involved. Arsenal at the Emirates 3, Man United 1. What can I say? Arsenal 17 and 5 on target. Man United 10, only 2 on target. Again, VAR came in. You know, give me your exploits of the game, please.
Well,
Simon.
didn't it, VAR the weekend?
It worked,
Yeah.
it worked
Well,
well
that
with the
game,
end. It worked well with the end. I think the first 10 minutes, I think they both cancelled each other out.
Yeah.
It was a bit of cat match, a very boring game. It weren't a good look.
No.
It weren't a good watch. They hit us on a break, which I think all Man United have got. That's all they've got this season.
This season, yeah.
For me, that's all they've got.
Yeah, I think you're right.
All they've got is you attack them and they'll hit you on the break because
Yeah.
they got
Pace.
Rashford, Marshall. They got some fast players. They got this new big lad Hoyland.
Well, I think
Right.
Marshall, yeah, of course.
But Rashford took his goal well. I still think Ramsdale was at fault.
Yeah.
But I think he took his goal well. But there weren't a lot of chances, you know. You talk about Havertz again in just under half an hour.
Before you say anything else, obviously on last week's show, your good friend Dino,
Yeah.
I'm assuming he's a Millwall fan,
Yeah.
because he said from the den, he sent a message on
He
last
left him
week's show.
down the den.
Yeah, that's right. And he said, listen, Havertz will be the business.
A lot of people are saying it.
He'd have him at the den. Well,
Yeah.
well, if you went to the den, you couldn't afford him, obviously.
Exactly.
He'd buy
You'd have to sell your club.
Yeah, he'd have to sell your club to get him.
Yeah, Dean Stowell, you'll have to sell your club.
So
if you want
Dino, get it
Havertz.
sorted.
Get it
So
sorted.
what do you reckon? Are you still? Is the jury still out
The
on him?
jury's still out on him. Look. we can talk about Havertz costing 65 million, being on 300 grand a week.
Yeah.
It's going to cost 150 million quid. We talked about that week, who we could have bought for 150 million,
that's what we
right?
did, yeah.
So, at the end of the day, he's at Arsenal.
Yeah.
He's an Arsenal player.
Yeah, get on with it.
I'm an Arsenal supporter.
Yeah.
Give the guy a chance.
Give him a chance.
That's
Yeah.
all I'm going to say. Because, look, he swung his boot at that shot the other day. I've got to love it. It was terrible.
Yeah.
He might as well have had a big croc on it, looked like. You know, there's a picture of him floating about now with a great big croc shoe on.
Gotcha.
Just flapping at the ball. It was a terrible miss.
Yeah, I know.
Let's not mess around. But like I said, Rashford took his goal well, you know. I think we equalised 35 seconds. And
Terrible. You score a goal, and all you got to do is block up.
Brian Clough,
Make sure you don't let them score.
defend for
And
the
then
first minute.
First
Just
minute,
keep your head for the first
and what they do,
minute.
other end, bang,
35
1
seconds.
all.
Done. Odegaard.
Right, listen.
Great
The
goal,
big
good
talk, the
build-up.
big talking point is this goal. Should he or not? He took on the break. What a quality young player from Argentina.
Guanacho?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Scored a phenomenal goal, and it was disallowed on VAR. Now, it does my head in on the basis that where is that? We talk offline. Where is that line? You know, his elbow or his head's
No,
on the right side.
It's the foot.
His
It's
ankle.
got to be the foot in it.
I just-
It's got to be the foot because the way Gabriel, right? If Gabriel weren't a good centre back,
Yeah.
right, he would have been bent forward.
Yeah.
But where he goes like that
Yeah.
and brings his head back,
Yeah.
he catches him offside.
Yeah, gotcha.
Because I was sat indoors with my boy and my nephew and my niece was there, Heidi was there, and my boy said to me, "Why aren't you angry?" I said, "'Cause it's offside." He said, "Dad, what are you talking about?"
Yeah.
He said, "Dad, what are you watching?" I said, "Son, believe me, it's offside." I said, "I don't know what angle you're looking at it from, but I'm sitting right in front of the telly and he was sitting on the side."
Until you see it though, Si, and you see
Webby,
it again
but
and again
when
and
you,
again.
when you watch it, because remember, you know how much I watch football.
Of
So
course.
I'm watching it from when it happened.
Yeah,
I
I
don't
know.
care about replays.
No, I know.
What I saw,
Yeah.
I know he's offside. I said to Heidi, I said to Harvey, I said, "He's offside, don't worry. Wait for me." Harvey went, "No chance. This goal's being
The
given."
trouble is, it's so disappointing, isn't it? When you see a goal of that nature score in the Premier League, the best league in the
I
world.
remember the first
you
season.
know what I'm saying?
The first season VAR come out.
Yeah.
We were playing Stoke, and Lacazette. It must have been his toe
Yeah.
that was offside.
Yeah.
His toe, and they disallowed the goal. And from that day in, they made a rod for their own back, because you can't disallow a VAR goal if my arm's offside.
No.
Because you can't score with your arm.
No. I just,
But I still believe if it's, they say the t-shirt line,
yeah.
they're going to give it
I don't think they know
offside. If the
themselves.
t-shirt line is
But,
offside,
but every game,
rubbish.
you go to in the Premiership,
There's something.
There's something, and you must
penalty.
have.
Look
You
at
have
the penalty.
you have different VAR people in every one, don't you?
Look at the penalty, right?
Yep.
With Saka.
Yeah.
Now, Saka's through on goal,
Yeah.
and Terry will tell you this because Terry says it a lot. You ain't going to go down, are you?
No.
You're through on goal. Why
No.
are you going down?
No,
for?
you ain't gonna go down.
Unless you feel contact,
Yeah.
you're going down, and there was contact there. Whether Saka, you can't say Saka hooked his leg round his,
No.
because it's pointless.
Yeah.
And Andy Taylor, we all
Was
love
that
to hate him.
Havertz, weren't it? It went down in the box. That one. When you got the penalty.
Oh yeah, Havertz. Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry,
it was
yeah,
Havertz, wasn't it?
yeah, it was Havertz, right?
So what? Come on. What about what do you think?
I was in the theatre bar
VAR.
watching that, and Roscoe was in there, funny enough, sitting there with me, and he looked round and went, "That's on it." I went, "Do you know what?" I said, "It wouldn't surprise me, that's offside, you know." And then they went, "Do you reckon?" I went, "Yeah." He said, "Look at the lines." I
Yeah,
said,
but that's what, even when you
right,
see it with
but-
VAR and you see the line,
But obviously, just because the line
still
on,
don't know.
as the ones they paint on, they don't go by that.
No.
It's all done digitally, and you know, it's not just by the lines on the pitch. Because it's not being funny. If you've got a wonky line,
Yeah.
you can't go off the lines on the pitch.
No,
They
sure.
do it all digitally. And well, listen, we had one at Villa the other year where Bobby Firmino had his arm up like that, and his armpit was offside, and they
Yeah.
disallowed to go on that aspect.
But like
It was
like
harsh.
what they'll say is,
Yeah.
you can score with your armpit. That's
Yeah.
what they'll say.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah,
But come on,
it was harsh.
come on.
But to say I was happy it was disallowed is an
Yeah,
understatement.
over the moon, yeah. Same
So-
as me. I was over the moon. It was disallowed. It's the same as we weren't given a penalty. But anyway,
But what were they whinging about? They had the one against Wolves the other week,
Yeah.
where they goalkeeper should have been sent off and they should have had a penalty against them. So
There's always a big talk about this VAR, yes, no.
does it level it?
Right.
I mean, this VAR should have stopped it all out where they said, "Oh, it levels it out over a season." Do you remember?
Right. Well, Man City fans,
We're going to have to clear it up now, boys.
Right.
We've got another one to do.
Right, but that's their famous saying, Man
Yeah.
City fans.
Yeah.
They all level themselves out.
Yeah.
Only for them.
Only for them.
But I saw the news after about Ten Hag. He might be getting done by the old betting people now as well because, I mean, not being funny, I think he turned around to Steve McClaren and said, "I'll tell you what," he said, "phone Bet365, put 50 quid and us losing 3-1. And Steve McClaren went, "You off your head, it's 1-1. He went, "No, listen, I'm going to put Johnny Evans on and Harry Maguire, mate. They're going to cost us 2 goals here." So,
Oh dear.
it come out in a few weeks.
Terry's got to finish this one off. Right, listen.
No, very quickly.
Very quickly.
Talking about our mate Harry, right? Because I watched it when Saka should have scored.
Yeah, but he just
Right.
knocked it back to the keeper. Yeah.
Watch Harry Maguire, England's number 6 or number 5 or whatever he bloody
Yeah.
is. He don't even attempt to tackle Saka. He just stands there with his right hand in the air.
Yeah,
which
claim would
I'm
be
watching
offside,
it.
yeah,
What's he
yeah.
waving for?
What's he- yeah,
How can
who's
he be
he waving
offside?
to?
When Declan Rice scored the second goal,
Yeah.
he don't even attempt to go and close the ball down. He's standing there with his right hand in the air. Again, I'm thinking, what's his hand in the air for? And then the third goal, when Jesus and you broke and scored, if you watch it, swear to God, Harry Maguire is the furthest player forward for Man United.
He was told to go up and score.
He's the first score, but they lose the ball and he just stands there. He don't even attempt
But he knows he can't get back.
because he can't run. But do you know what? I'll tell you what. One other thing about Man U the weekend.
Come on, nice and quick then, because we've got things to do.
And that's just your favourite team, but it's going to involve.
What's my
the other-
favourite team?
Second.
Second, forget out of it.
I've not seen a kit that bad since your away kit, Coventry's away kit, that horrible grey one back in the 70s.
The chocolate and the chocolate.
What?
Yeah.
They look like
Yeah,
convicts
all right,
running around, didn't they?
Fake
Hey, you'll be a convict soon. You keep on telling us. Well, listen,
Shocking.
that's what we're doing. That's our
Hold
choose.
on.
Oh, sorry.
Sorry, one big shout out
Yeah, well, I'm
to
good.
Mr. Matt Keeling. He watches the podcast regular as clockwork, and I don't shout out to him. Big up Mr. Matt Keeling and Man
Morning,
City
Matt.
boy.
How are you, boy? Man City boy. Man City fan. Yeah, you got to, haven't you?
Man City.
Yeah, I'll have to quality. Well, listen, that's today's show. Our weekly roundup of the Premiership. As I always say, if you like what you hear and you like what you see, subscribe to Webby Sports Roundup. All I'm going to say is, Terry, thank you. Simon,
Cheers, mate.
Thank
Thanks,
you,
Webby.
as always.
Nice to see you,
Hey, mate.
Always
Terry,
a
is any
pleasure.
shout outs? Anybody?
Shelley at MHT.
Shelley, MHG.
Get down there, Carting Las Americas, great show. If you want tickets, speak to me. I'll see if I can do your deal.
Yeah, I'll sort it. This is going to go out at 7 o'clock tonight, and then we've got another show coming on for tomorrow. We're going to be talking about the England squad. We play Ukraine and Scotland. We got the deadline day transfers, Champions League and Europa League draw for Thursday. Liverpool, you know what we're saying. That's
Papa John's
the
draw,
Papa
yeah.
John's for Coventry. You get it, you sorted. That's what's going to happen. If you want to buy us a coffee, check the link down below. Tim will put that on. Thank you very much for all the views and all the new subscribers. All I'm going to say, from me, Webby, from Terry and for Simon, we'll talk to you very, very
All the
soon.
best, everyone.
Take care.